I mean, as far as the Ravens go, I mean, they are on the power rankings
Do you
still.
want to start? Yeah, we can start. I mean, we should also
Uh,
talk about the two teams that could have been here: the Chargers and the Seahawks. So they're both 2-0.
the Chargers, I'm less
Right?
concerned about not being on this list, to be honest, because I also saw a lot of bad things in that Chargers game at the very start. Like they eventually won, and as they should, they were playing a like maybe the worst team we've seen in a few years. Even worse now, I think that they've like I think bench they're broken and like really truly done, never going to be anything in
A
this
guy
NFL. One of the earliest,
or
I think,
Bryce Young.
calling like death on someone's career I think I've ever seen. For
Jamarcus Russell. What about Jamarcus? Jamarcus Russell is pretty quick.
well, he
And
like never showed up, right?
Ryan
Like he
Leaf.
like never really showed up to like work. That's not really the same thing as like the kid tried to win. You know, he went out there and tried to win games for a season and 2 games, and it was just so bad. It was just so bad, and it could be literally like if you gave him like 2 more inches of height. But then again, you look at Kyler. Like I just didn't think Kyler was ever going to be able to be good because of how small he was. I was like, there's just no way he's not going to be able to see over these lines. These lines are too big. I worry about that with Caleb for God's sake, and he's meant to be 6'2", but I don't know if I believe it.
He's not 6'2".
He's meant to be on paper 6'1" and a bit, I think. But Kyler, what's Kyler? 5'8", 5'9"?
5'9". Yeah, I think they list him at 5'10".
What's Bryce? Is Bryce like 5'10",
5'10".
5'10", but like more 5'10" than 5'11"?
Yeah,
Like, did he get to wear the shoes in the photo?
I think so.
Yeah. So, but he looks like short, right? When you watch him play.
He looks.
So
He's a little guy.
I just like, I guess what I'm trying to say is I don't think that beating the Panthers means anything in regards to the power rankings. I don't think it tells you anything. I think like everybody's gonna be able to do
They're
that.
2-0 though, right?
The Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're talking about so are the Seahawks, and between the two, who's going to get moved into the conversation? I see much more of a case.
Seahawks almost lost to the Patriots.
Yeah, the Patriots coughed that up. But are the
Twice,
Patriots as bad as we thought they were? Are they as bad as we thought they were? Like they did cough it up, but there was like a lot of competence in the first half, like a lot of very competent football in the first half. And I can see
I watched a lot of that Patriots game, and they're not bad. They're not bad.
they're not a bad team. I don't
That's
think.
what it
I
is.
really
They're
do
not
think
bad.
that they're well drilled. I think that they're like well coached, and I do see it moving the needle slightly more for the Seahawks to beat them than for anyone to beat the Panthers, but Chargers included. And also, Seahawks were without their starting RB1 in Kenny Walker III, and they still found a way to win. You know, so I saw that about them. I know they have a different coach now, but I saw that about them last season. I thought that they like found some scrappiness early on, so I could see them getting in here. But if it's between them and the Ravens, like I still think the Ravens are going to finish with a better record, even if you're spotting the Seahawks a 2-game head start. I think that the Ravens are still going to finish ahead of them. I think they still have way more good players on their roster, and they've they've had a tough opening. I agree, but on the road at Arrowhead, I don't think, and almost winning, and Lamar really balling. I think it'd be premature to take the Ravens out. I really do, and I do agree with you. But what, like, could you see their point today?
I do. I get it. And like I said, that's why I said those two teams because they're the two that I would have put in here besides the Ravens. But I'm not ready to give up on them yet. You know what I mean?
No,
It's
I'm
not.
not either.
It's not time. Although tough matchup this week against the Cowboys. That is who they play. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would call it a favorable matchup personally.
Well,
Like
we'll
just
see.
looking at the Cowboys last week, they just did not look on the same page.
There's a good possibility the Cowboys are not a good football team.
It could be year from hell. You could be looking down the barrel of a year from hell. That's what I was getting that vibe. The fact that Zeke's back, I'm like, it would be so poetic for it all to
And he's
really
number
crashing
15 too. He's
Yeah.
not even. I don't like that he's number 15 either. I don't know what it is.
I just think I think it'd be so poetic for it to all come crashing down with him like coming back, and like it just the two guys that were signed as the future of the franchise going down in the ship together. I would be unsurprised with how that's been going on. But you never know. I mean, the Cowboys' schedule is not great, Bob. Is the thing. Like, it's I would say it's a tougher matchup for you guys this week with the Ravens than it is them for you. Does that make
So
sense?
they have a good bounce back candidate.
Well, so one of them has to be.
One of
Someone's
them.
going to bounce back unless it's just a
Somebody.
fucking game from hell,
Yeah.
right? So I guess we'll see.